Here's how I would learn programming if I could start over. Welcome, my name is Anton from Coding Rich. On this channel I talk mainly about programming, ways of making money and how to improve your life. Let's go. Maybe you also have thoughts like this. You're very good at something and then you look backwards and think like, damn, I really could have saved some time there if I just would have done things differently. Whatever there is, love or music instruments or your career or whatever else there is, there's always a moment a thought like that. Now I'm 25 already, I work as a freelance software developer and I started learning programming when I was 18. So I have 7 years to reflect on, and there are some things where I think I could have saved some time. And if you are a beginner software developer, those words are really meant for you, so you save your time, so you use your time wisely and become really the best, most efficient, most successful programmer in the least amount of time possible. Let me tell you about myself. When I was 19, I was starting my internship. In Germany we have something called apprenticeship. It goes 3 years, and after 3 years you get a certification, you become a professional. In my case, a professional software developer. So I was 18 when I got the news that in 1 year I will start my 3-year internship, and I wanted to learn Java already, and I tried learning it. I started with variables, with functions, if else. That was okay, I understood it. I didn't get the whole picture, the whole idea, but I could like multiply two numbers, like do a BMI calculator, like silly things like those, and print it to the console. All fun and games. But then things like the scanner, arrays, object-oriented programming came, and I just focused out. That was too much for me. That was too complicated. I just didn't understand it. I didn't know why I need those complicated things, why it cannot be just easy like multiplying and dividing and stuff. And so I gave up for the moment. Then I started my internship, and from day one, me and my workmates, we had our bosses, which were senior developers, and they taught us for the next 3 years. 1 year was only focused on learning Java and learning Angular, two very cool languages. We learned the basics, we built some silly little applications, and we intensified our knowledge, our learnings. And then we worked at different parts of the company after that year for the next 2 years, where we did stuff which the real world needed, which our customers needed, which other people in the company needed, and so on. And after 3 years, I got my certification. Now I was a certified software developer, a professional. Yet I didn't feel like a professional. I was applying for the first real job. Mind you, that was an internship, that was not a real job. Now I was applying for a real job, and I had some interviews, and I noticed the questions were really difficult to answer. Not because they were difficult, but because I didn't understand it. And I noticed I need to invest more time into my career, into my profession. And so I did that. For a whole month to build a really cool app for the Google Play Store, which is called Money Quotes, and you will still find it to this day in the Google Play Store. It may not be beautiful, maybe it has 1 or 2 bugs, but it got the job done, and I learned the Android language also, which was a very cool thing. But the most important thing is that I got my first job because of that. At the company where I was taken, I worked for 1.5 years, and my boss once told me that he only took me because of the app. Not because of my knowledge, because there was not much knowledge, but because of the app. Because the app showed dedication, showed that they had a goal and finished doing it. Finished building the app, designing the app, creating that logo, publishing it on the Google Play Store, and so on. And after 1.5 years, I decided it's time to become a freelance software developer, and I slowly progressed into that. And still I am a freelance software developer to this day. Now I was already very lucky during this time because I always had mentors for 4.5 years during my internship and during that time of employment. But if you think back, I told you I was 18, I had a whole year to learn already some of the programming, and I learned basically nothing. Why is that? It is because I had no guidance. I started to learn something, a big enormous mountain, and I was at the very bottom, and I tried to climb it all on my own. I didn't know how to do it. And that's the point. In the beginning, you need some guidance. You may become arrogant. You think that it's easy, or that you're intelligent enough, or there's the internet and you can do it all by yourself with the help of some strangers on the internet. You will do just fine. That's not the case. You will fail. And I also failed. I wasted my time actually. So that's the first point. Guidance. The second point why I failed at the beginning is because I had no goal. I had no direction. If you have no direction, you can go 1000 miles. But it doesn't matter because you don't have a point B where you have to arrive. If I would have said like, I want to build a really cool app. I want to become a game developer and build the next cool Minecraft game. Or the Flappy Bird game. I want to become a very cool web developer. I want to become a backend developer. You see, there's lots of things to achieve. For example, you want to build a very cool next Minecraft game. A big goal. Great. Then you have to find out, what do I need for that? What exactly do you want to achieve? Write it all down so you can measure it later. Think about, can you do all those things by yourself, or do you need help from someone else? Maybe you need to outsource some things. That can also be. Because otherwise you will do all those things by yourself. You will waste several months learning about game design when you noticed you just could have paid a little bit of money and hired a game designer so you can focus on your main things, which is developing. That's only one example out of millions. So if you want to use your time wisely and become the most successful and best programmer in the shortest time possible, here's what you do. Step 1 is, you decide, what do you want to be? What do you want to achieve? What is your specific measurable goal? You want to become a cool game developer who will build the next Minecraft. You want to become an app developer. You want to just build some nice websites for fun. Whatever it is, write it down. Second thing is, you need guidance. You might think you can learn it all by your own. You can, but that will take you a lifetime. That will take you several years. And I told you about not wasting time. So how do you not waste your time? You get your guidance, you get a coach who can coach you in the fastest time possible. A senior developer, someone who is better than you, someone who knows how to develop. Where do you find those people? At a company. So what do? You apply for your first job. Even you don't want to work. You want to achieve your goal? Or do you not want to achieve it? Of course you want to. So apply for some junior developer positions. You may not feel qualified. Just show them your desire, explain to them that you really want to achieve your goal, to learn that profession and be of best help possible. And if you then also show some cool side projects which you did on the way there, then they will take you. You just need one job. Make sure it's a smaller company, because there the density of developers is bigger and the people will have more time to coach you directly. Because if you work in a bigger company with thousands of people working there, no one will have time to coach you or to look after you, and you will just like be a drop in the ocean. So find your first job at a smaller company where there's a good senior developer who can coach you. Work there and do your best for the next 1, 2, 3 years until you feel confident, and then do what you need to do to achieve your goal. Think about, what things do you need? What steps do I need to take? And then think, can I outsource some of them? Do I have to do all of them by myself? Yes or no? Use your brain. That's all I have to say. I hope you liked the video. Like and subscribe, and don't forget to comment your opinion or ask me anything. Alright, see you next time. Goodbye.